We thought he might have forgotten about was back there was going to say. The person wants to know something that was in the subconscious a long time ago about business or anything else. God was ministry. Welcome back to you. That's the thing that's why when they used to be a rabbi and had a custom that when a person finished ministry, walk over and give him Shalom Aleichem after he finished ministry. So what's Shalom Aleichem for? It's because you just were away on a long trip. I know your mind was in Warsaw and in London and in Paris on business trips, so you came back and all these trips. Shalom Aleichem. But this is never true today more than ever before. We have to see to it. As Arizal says, just as you take a horse, a powerful steed, one that's got a lot of energy, vitality, and this horse prances around. How do you keep it still? You put a strong rein in the mouth. You pull these reins to control this horse. The person is supposed to put these reins on his mind. And pull these reins very tight. Control the mind from wandering off. Do not lose control of your mind. It is not to be a victim of Heschadas. Your mind just goes off on a tangent, daydreaming. Middle of you find yourself dreaming about the strangest things. And suddenly snap, you wake up. And when do you wake up? Because your feet are walking back. You don't wake up because your head is bending now from way to that you forget about too. Your feet are walking back 3 steps automatically. You say, where was it? Oh yes, I just started. I just walked in, I walked back. In between, blank. One long blank. And nothing else says that if a person davens slow, at least this question was discussed many times, but it's vital to repeat this now. Arizal was asked, which is better? These outside thoughts are called machshavos zoros, strange thoughts that come in at Shemon Esrei. Which is better for a person to do? The daven Shemon Esrei very fast, so you don't get a lot of these outside thoughts into you, machshavos zoros. But a daven very slow, at least you have a chance. Arizal said, better to daven slow. Because if you daven fast, you could have one single machshavos zoros, one outside thought, and you can zip with that thought right through the whole Shemon Esrei. Not only did you give yourself a chance of davening, you didn't give you a chance even to think about other thoughts too. One single thought got priority, but it wasn't the thought of Shemon Esrei. But if you daven slowly, you might be able to smuggle in a good thought too. You might get inside a couple of words of Shemon Esrei also besides the outside thoughts. Give it a fighting chance. In truth, of course, a person has the power of concentration. He could daven with kavanah if he tried. He must harness this power, concentrate on it, and above all, know it's going to be for Hashem. With that thought really in mind, really has the Emunah Hashem before standing. To true Emunah, true kavanah. In that case, they have the kavanah and it's a stable for them. Shemon Esrei, we said the first 3 brachas, we prefaced the beginning of Shemon Esrei, that are the same in every Shemon Esrei. Weekdays, Shabbos, and Tevim. The end of the Shemon Esrei, which starts with Ritzei, are the last 3 brachas. The last 3 also the same in every single Shemon Esrei. First of the 3 starts with Ritzei, and it ends with Korach HaTasha, Machzish, and Selat Tziyah. This bracha is called the Aveda. The Aveda is service to Hashem. A few interesting items. In the middle of this bracha, we always have Yalav Yavai, and a Shvedish, and on Chalamay. This bracha, the Aveda, Menachem said there's the Hashmotas that are brought, part of a sort of censored or hidden part of Menachem says. He brings that the Aveda is our Aveda to Hashem below, and with our Aveda to Hashem below, we set off a reaction above, also a service to Hashem. What is our Aveda below? Aveda is Tefillah. Tefillah is the Sham Lepodos Vasenu. That with our words, it is as though we are offering sacrifices of not just a bird, a chief sacrifice, or a lamb, but even a cow, the Sham Lepodim, the most expensive sacrifices on the Beis HaMikdash. Now that the Beis HaMikdash is hard, we have no Mizbeach, no altar, so instead, in this place we have the Tefillas. Our Tefillas today are the same as the sacrifices. fact, the order of the tefillos of Shachas, Menachem Mendel, these are the place of the karbonos. These karbonos, what you do below, have a counterpart above. A special Malach Michael above in heaven, who offers sacrifice karbonos to the Malach above. These karbonos are karbonos that go a step higher. There are different heavens. Our karbonos go to this heaven. This karbonos, Malach Michel's karbonos, go higher to a still higher level. What does the Malach Michel sacrifice? What's his karbonos? Well, it says it's nishamas. He takes the nishamas of tzadikim and he offers them as a korban to Hashem. This is, of course, in a sense it's literal. In a sense it's in a higher sense, because every korban, the word korban means to bring close together, to karev, to bring close the Jews to Hashem. If the Jews have committed a sin, they are estranged, they're moved away from Hashem, they become remote. If they bring a korban, they do tshuva, they come closer to Hashem. So a korban brings the Jews closer to Hashem. At the same time, kaviyachol, you have to bring also the shechina closer to Hashem. That's the letter Yud K above K. The shechina is the letter K above K. Bring those two together. Yud K is still higher, will bring those together. So the regular korban, which we offer, mitzvahs that we do, brings together above K. The higher yichud, higher level of the shechina Yud K, that can be brought together only through one special mitzvah, and that is by tzadikim or Mesa Nefesh themselves to Hashem. Jews that die for the sake of their religion, this mitzvah is so great that it brings about a yichud of Mala, the Egeli and Yud K. This was meant by Michal, the Salah Gomer, who offers these karbonos and the Shema Tzadikim before Hashem. So the whole Seder of the Zohar Kodesh, tzadikim from one section to another, Galei Nefachtem, and so forth, as they rise up, so the Zohar to become described as Hashem through this korban. Korban, yet. Anyway, the Arizal says that's the reason why we did say there's a hidden word here that we have to be careful about. It's found in all the Ashkenaz. This is the irony in Ashkenaz Sidurim. Nusach Ashkenaz is not found. Nusach Sfarad is found, and we should omit, leave out this word. Hoshe es Lisha Yisrael Usfilasam Efes Lasam. There's the word Meheda, which in this is in parentheses. Usfilasam Meheda Be'avos Kaber V'Ratzon. The word should be Usfilasam Be'avos Kaber V'Ratzon. Leave out the word Meheda. If you have it, you still leave it out. The bracha ends with Baruch Atah Hashem Machzish V'Nasar L'Tzion. And when you hear the Chazan say this bracha, again, we once mentioned this, it's very vital because the Din says this is one of the things, speaking about keeping the Shechina and Golos, this is one of the main things that keep the Shechina and Golos. The person fails to answer Omei for this bracha. Notice that as you consider next to the word L'Tzion, you have the word Omei printed there, and you don't find any of the bracha. There's a reason for it. Because this bracha specifically has a din of being careful to answer Amen. Why so? Because the nature is, most people, the Chazan says, Amachzish Nosson Tzion, immediately they say, Medim Menachem Mendel. They answer quickly, Medim Menachem Mendel, they forget that there's an Amen first before Medim. It is not Medim Menachem Mendel, it's Amen Medim Menachem Mendel. This bracha is one that must be exceedingly careful in answering Amen to it. Amen Medim Menachem Mendel. That word Medim should always be prefaced with Amen and loud. This Amen especially loud, so that if the Reverend is shul, or they don't do it, by saying it loud, you awaken in them the knowledge, the realization that they have failed to say it. And that time I don't have to be saying it. Next bracha begins with Medim, and it ends with Atayim Shulcha Brachata Hashem Atayim Shulchan Chalaydais. This is the Brachas Haydoah. In this bracha we have begins and it ends the same as the first bracha in the Shemon Esrei. What is that? First one, Baruch Atah Hashem, beginning you start by bowing, and then it ends with Baruch Atah Hashem, again Aharon, you bow again. Here too you have Medim, you begin by bowing. Baruch Atah Hashem, you bow again. The difference is that over here, by Medim, you do not bend your knees. Baruch atah you bend your knees, you bow. You just bow from the waist down, without bending your knees. Because the knees are called Birkayim, Berach. Berach is a knee, Baruch designates that the knee is to be bent. When it doesn't have that, therefore it's only bowing the head. Final bracha is Baruch atah Hashem. As we said, these are the 6 brachas, 3 and 3 that are found in every Shemoneh Esrei. The intermediate brachas we'll discuss tomorrow. Specific to Spal Kavana, and how about this Kabbalah. We completed the 3 brachas at the beginning, 3 brachas at the end. Except for the important halacha at the end. The last bracha is Baruch atah Hashem v'rach Samay Yisrael b'Shalom. That's when you have finished Shemoneh Esrei, but you are not finished. So you say the posek Yehi v'Ratzon v'Nei Yidu v'Nev Hashem Tzuri v'Gali, which is at the end of like kind of tzedek should be not just before it's a shalom level. Next to the last posek of that, like kind of tzedek. When you finish that posek Tzuri v'Gali, then you're allowed to answer any omen at all. Makes no difference which one it is. You can answer every omen. The Shaila, even if you can answer Baruch Hu Shemai too, it's not that serious. The Shaila, possible like the 2 is permissible. But it requires to say that pasuk, and therefore, if you are up to the end of the bracha, so the esteemed kedusha, you haven't yet said the candidate said, you say the line Yid Ratzon before the candidate said. You notice that line on top of the candidate said, Yid Ratzon. That is said only in case of emergency there. In case you have to answer Uday, you say that line then. And then you say the Uday results. You walk back, and I used to show them the mode. The 3 times that you bow. First you bow to the right side of the Shekhinah. You're facing the Shekhinah, Spirit of Hashem. You bow to the right of the Shekhinah, which means you're facing one. The right is your left. You bow, face Shalom, to your left. Then Uyas Shalom, your right, to the left of the Shekhinah, in the center. This is after you've walked back 3 steps. First you walk back 3 steps, then you say this Shalom, then you say here's the Menachem, until Kadmidiyas, then you wait until the Chazan has reached the bracha of the Chayim Mesim. Just before Kedusha, then you walk forward again. This is for Shabbos and for Mincha. Narev, you wait until the Chazan says the word Yiskadel. After the Shemesra, then you walk back. You're not allowed to walk forward. We stress this many times, and it should be stressed many more times. And if you see many cases, very sad cases, just like you see people who rise up and they have a deep fall. Chassidut become this better, they become this Rachakat. There are people who are, where the Satan, the Zohar, the Valdava, gets them on something. This is why he rarely gets to get a person who's a tzadik, a chassid, he won't fall with anything. The whole type in Chassidus and religion. Get him on this point. This was one of the main weapons of the Valdava. Person who will go along for years doing this properly and somehow get caught and go into a shul or a place where we'll see people who are religious, high level, Mugdim, Rosh Yeshivas, big Rabbanim, Gedalim, who they finish this and they just walk right back here without waiting for the Chazan. They sit down and they walk away or they talk. And they figure, these big people do it, and they're much greater than I am, and I learn much more than me, and they do it, this must be right. They must be right, I must be wrong. That's a tragic error, because Menachem says that one of the worst mistakes you can make is you think that a tzadik cannot make a mistake. He doesn't do it deliberately. Excuse him for it. Find an excuse, but don't say that it's impossible to make a mistake. A tzadik can make a mistake also. Not a tzadik, yes, but a tzadik. When at your eyes a tzadik, you're hungry and so forth, you can make a mistake too. You know that this is the halacha. And it's wrong to go otherwise. You see him doing it, you see him doing otherwise, so say, well, maybe he never learned it, so maybe he forgot, or whatever it is, but he is not right. He is definitely wrong by doing that. Because it's naturally, normally, impossible to refute the statement. There's no posek in Shulchan Aruch. No, there's no debate on this. Every single person says that you must wait until Chazal reaches that point. At least the Chazal. In addition, the Gemara says that one who walks right back is acting like a dog in front of the Shekhinah of Hashem. Can anybody find an excuse for this act? Can anybody condone or justify something which is so serious? Even if you see others doing it, you see Gedolim do it, but you take care of yours and be sure that you don't fall into this trap. As I said, it happens. I've seen people who did this probably for years, and then they left, went to different places, different neighborhoods, different schools, and suddenly they were drawn in, which is a very bad sign of weakness. So let's remember this halacha. This is a definite, absolute halacha. It's strictly because, as I said, those Arizal says in his writings, it's an important point, and this could be repeated by anybody who says Muslim. Arizal says, I'm writing the Kudei Halachas, large set of Shulchan Aruch. On Shulchan Aruch, there's a lot of Musa there, and he says the writings are made to awaken people to come closer, to desire to closer to Hashem. Those who are sincere, those who are honest, those who have good intentions, will accept this gladly, happily, and it will have the desired effect on them. But there are some cynics, those who will mock these words. They will jeer at them, they'll make fun of them. Speaking about the tzaddik eminence, they'll mock, they'll belittle, they'll deride it. Chassidut says, my words are not meant for them. Those who refuse to accept it, make fun of it, go your way, and eventually you'll find out mistake. I can't help you. For those who want to be helped, those who are sincere in their desire, these words are meant for them. We have to use the same words. There are many who hear about this, hear it, listen to it, and they mock it for whatever reason, because so-and-so doesn't listen to it. Shulchan Aruch says so, but it's not done, therefore it should not be done. Do not fall victim to such kind of attacks by Satan and Al-Davar, where the wrong type of people try to dissuade you, and many persons honest stops and thinks, realize how foolish it is. What do I need this trouble for? Why do wrong? Why go the opposite way when I have the proper instructions, the proper guidance? That's why this would not, as I've seen proven, is one of the major items where the Bavly gets people today. Certain things where each generation of Bavly goes after something, he picks on something, and to discover his weapon is an important item. No, this is one of his main weapons. So, no conditions to ever give it to him at this point. Remain solid on this one dot. So let's not join those who have made the error of these. This is the conclusion of the Shemines, right? As we said, these are the last three brachos. In the middle you have 13 brachos in a weekday Shemines. 13, the other 6 is 19 brachas. On Shabbos, on Yom Tov, you will have only one bracha in the middle, which means that in Shabbos, Yom Tov, and Musaf, you will have a total of 7 brachas. Total 7 brachas for holidays, Shabbos and holidays, Musafim, and on weekdays you have 19. Of course, there is an exception, a shudder, a special malchias, and a shayfres. Besides from that, regular Shabbos and Tevin is 7 brachas compared to 19. These 13 in the middle, each one is a bracha in itself, an entity in itself, and which one, of course, is more legal? The 13 of the weekdays and the one of Shabbos. The answer is the 13 of the weekdays. It's more legal as it is the Chachamim, because they wanted to ease the attention of a Jew on Shabbos to give him rest. They made the Shemines very shorter. They made it shorter so a person doesn't work so hard to go through Shemines. Probably little realizing the time will come when there will be no difference to people today. 19 brachas or 7 brachas. It takes the same amount of time. The way people daven today, there's very little difference. The old days, when they davened with Kabbalah, this was a long struggle. The person came out, and this Messi was really sweaty because he had worked hard to put clay in this tefillah. Now, there's very little effort at all. The person was out completely refreshed because he had a nap without this Messi. So the difference between 19 and 1, between 13 and 1 in the middle, is very slight. What then? The point is that since these 13 are the main legal ones, so therefore, if a person gets to Menachem Mendel Schneerson, the next word, Ata Chayne Yadu Das, he says this by mistake on Friday night, Shabbos morning, or Shabbos the Mincha, and he must finish the bracha. Once Ata Chayne, the word Chayne, then Ata Kidashta, Ata Echad, and he must finish the bracha because this is the bracha he's supposed to say originally. Excuse us for this to say that. It does happen, though, he wants to explain to you that the Din says, beware. That happens, it shows that the person has done something wrong on Shabbos, the Shmina Shabbos, and this accident happens to him, he gets a slip of the tongue, and it's a sign, it's a message to him that he had done something wrong to the Jew for Shabbos. So, best thing is a person should be careful to daven carefully on Shabbos, not to be trapped in it. Be awake on your toes. Don't let your tongue get ahead of your brain, your mind. This is what Arizal calls the Kishur HaMerkava. We say at night, Yibini Bichal, this my Gabriel, take the Merkava, the 4 Malachim, we tie it to ourselves. This is the Kishur HaMerkava means tie it, give it kasha to bind the thought to the word. Never let these two separate. Mind what you're thinking of it, the word you're saying together, that you don't have the tongue just riding off into the sunset, while the mind is dormant, lying behind. You have this kishu cover, this combination. Always naturally there is the papa kavana. With that kind of kavana, you have to leave a cover where, of course, is always malahi, raises, it's elevated up to the heavenly heavens. And there, of course, is three levels, Kalabah Shabbos. After this, of course, a true Kabbalah, Yerushalmi. Rosh Hashanah, Talmud Hashanah, because of the preparation for the Yen Hadin, Yentai also, Menachem said that though this is a day of war, a day of theory, but become a great trepidation and fear before Hashem, because each person is being judged. So the Yom HaRasharon, the day in which the world was created. But of course the question is, the world was not created this day. The world was created on the 25th day of Elul. Rosh Hashanah, the first day of Tishrei, was the 6th day of creation. The answer is that the world is not complete. It's not considered a world until man was alive in it. So Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the year, the beginning of time, is specified as the day that Adam was created. First 5 days did not count as far as time of creation is concerned. Adam was created, that's called Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the year, the beginning of time. Our calendar work according to that time. That means that later Kodesh says, therefore we call Adam, a person is called a world. Each person is called a complete world. And that's why, since instead of the whole world is judged on Rosh Hashanah, this means the entire world, literally, and each person who is a world himself. Though the world is being judged, the world is in such danger of Rosh Hashanah being eradicated, being destroyed by Hashem for any evil, yet a person is supposed to come to this shul daven with simcha. It's supposed to be the simcha because the bitachon is supposed to be so strong. Faith in Hashem, and Hashem will judge us for good, will find us favorably in His eyes, and it will seal us into the book of life. If we don't deserve it, tzadik and surely deserve it. We are part of Him. Every part of the tzadik is going to be the book of life. We are part of the other side too. There's no way you can separate us. That's if our kashrus, our tie is strong. Again, we see continually how important this tie is. A pitiful is for those who lack this feeling, this knowledge. That's why the motto, the key word always is Ashlim. Fortunately, we are. Why we will learn of all people? That's no question. It's not even answer this question. Just be happy that we are. Of course, this is a preparation for a Yom Tov, a Yom Simcha, therefore a spit, incense, to bathe, take a haircut, groom oneself, prepare oneself, put on Shabbos clothes, holiday clothes, and of course to go to the mikveh, first to be repaired, become before Hashem, in a feeling of festivity, and yet for relation which is what it says when kiruv did order. Kiruv means celebrate happily, then order tremblingly. Be happy yet tremble before the greatness of Hashem. It is customary for Rosh Hashanah to make Torah esteemed. Bathe, take a haircut, groom oneself, prepare oneself, and put on Shabbos clothes, holiday clothes, and of course to go to the mikveh, first to be repaired, to come before Hashem, in a feeling of festivity, and yet for relation which is what it says when kiruv did order. Kiruv means celebrate happily, then order tremblingly. Be happy yet tremble before the greatness of Hashem. It is customary for Rosh Hashanah to make Torah esteemed. Matinee, Rosh Hashanah, the Torah esteemed means like it's faith. And then the person says a promise. He will do something. Once he said it, he did not fulfill it. He had broken. He did it. And like Yeshua, swear. The third one of the 10 did this. They committed. And this one is so serious that the Lord said the only one of the whole Mount Sinai trembled wasn't this third one. He dared to bear Hashem in faith. He dared to make a vow and not to fulfill it. Even if you do fulfill it, it's still wrong. Even if a person makes a vow and fulfills it, he's still committing a crime that is tremendous. It's bad, the Lord says. What? You're not fooling. Tomorrow class is fooling. One who makes a vow and fulfills a vow, and as though he built an altar to his order, and he brought a korban sacrifice on his altar to Rav Zohar. First, it's not making any vow at all, but it still works. He made the vow broken. So therefore, if he did make vows, what can the person do? What is the solution? If you say you don't fulfill it, that's the worst thing in the world. If you do fulfill it, like Rav Zohar, I didn't rush. What's the solution? The solution is the thought of the vow. Remove the vow by going to three Talmud Bavly, and they can release a person from this vow. What is the vow? This is done. The person makes a vow during the year, of course, he has to leave it. But here we're speaking about vows that a person is not aware of, or ones that will make inadvertently. So he says, no, I'm going to not in front of three people. He says this whole passage. We say this right at the Shabbos. Three people sitting down, each one has a chance to read this in front of them. These three active judges, not there, the name of this person. And again, we say that the white intent that this refers to, we have to eliminate. Eliminate also, let the night of kiruv. What's about eliminate? Because that too is not done. Eliminate these vows. The question is, which vows are we talking about? The ones of the past year, or the ones of the future year? You can put them in the or the ones I know which I should make an addition, which I will make an addition. And the Bible says that we can use both machines, and it covers both practically. Of course, we say, suppose one of these, that any vow which I will make, I now declare null and void. That's if I forget that I made this proclamation. But if I make a proclamation and I say that the null and void, then despite this, I say, no, I'm still making a vow, my proclamation will mean nothing. This doesn't actually, okay, the person gets his authority. But it's so important statement that we do this ahead of the Shulchan. We do this also ahead of the kiruv. Arizal says the word, that we find, what is the book that is we find that we have Torah Sidonim, and we have Torah Sidonim. What does that mean? That power of a Chacham, Talmud Chacham, called a Torah Chacham. Chacham means Talmud Chacham. Power of a Chacham to be matined. A Chacham is so great he can release a person with neder, as though there was no neder at all. It's not that he says, you may now do it, or despite the neder. So he tears out the neder retroactively. Goes back as though the neder was not made in the first place. This is the power of a Chacham. Of course, the business nowadays we need three. Everything else, one Chacham is enough. Now that's called Torah Sidonim. Mati neder. It releases. Like in the case of a wife who makes the neder, a wife that she was she makes vows. The husband is given the power to be free fear that it's not Torah Sidonim, it's not Torah Sidonim. This is the Torah. Posek said that the husband has the power to be free fear that it says Buffalo, he destroys the neder, but he wasn't doing it the day that he heard the neder. He let it go one day, he has the power. The husband has that power. They fear the neder of his wife. Now, we say also the Aharon Shavuos, he says that the daughter Chalom of Bar Mitzvah. The neder is so powerful, it can be Chal on his Bar Mitzvah. The person makes a vow not to put on tefillin. You're not allowed to put on tefillin. So great is the power of neder. The vow is so strong that he is forced not to put on tefillin. Tefillin become an Isur, a forbidden item as far as he's concerned. What's the solution? Get the neder removed, of course. But if he doesn't get the neder removed, he asks, what should I do? The answer is, don't put on tefillin. You're not allowed to put on tefillin. That's how powerful it is. The neder is so powerful that he can tear out a wall of the Torah. Tefillin is the strongest mitzvah. Sukkah, anytime that you tear it out. The answer is the neder is called a mitzvah. Arizal says because mitzvah is malchus. Mitzvah is malchus. Because malchus is the next stage below the Ibn. Thus, below Yud K. When we have Yud K, Mot K, change to Atbash, flesh makes the first line exchange. The last summon, Yud K becomes Mem Tzadik. Yud Yam becomes Mem, the K becomes Tzadik. You have Mem Tzadik, Vav K is anyhow the graded alphas. It's slow, it's actually K Vav K, and the graded alphas. Therefore, what is that? Then there is Ishkiyat Limna. Tell it. It flies, Nun flies, then there is Bina. Then there is the Shibalabi, which is Bina. So we say that a Chacham is Matir, Bina, Bina, Chacham, it's Chachma, Chachma is the Baal of Bina. Since the Baal is Nefaneder, therefore, Chacham can be Matir Neder, which is through the body flies, was Bina, the follows, with the word Bina. The kiruv number intelligence. So, they don't follow it, they show this credit, guaranteed to have it there. They didn't follow it, it's a very precious one in itself. But the Yigid Abad, Torah says, what is what actually saying? It's not that it's saying. Chacham is the Baal of Bina, the Baal of Nidorim. Therefore, the Chacham is Nefir. Baal of Nefir, so the Chacham is the Baal of Nefir. The thing is that if a person does not understand what he's saying, he should explain to him. It's the rule right now. No, recite us that Normish and Shulchan, repeating it every Kippur. What he was saying is that all the vows which I make, which I will make, become void as of now. That's the thing with the Shulchan. Often the Shulchan get up in the Kabbalah, Silkos, the Kabbalah, the Shlimus, one does not appreciate the flavor. A person should appreciate everything that he gets from someone. He should show his appreciation, type. So I must say publicly, we must all feel a favor the Kramer today, because he actually Zaka us with his idea of the Daven Vasikin today. The Daven Vasikin Edom Shoshana, schus like that. We got the schus, but we owe thanks, appreciation to the one who sets forth this idea, which is followed. So, like Keelan Taylor Kramer. Very short halacha on Rosh Hashanah, which we did not take yesterday, and that is the minhag after davening. Davening, of course, takes a long time. You get out of Musaf about 2 o'clock, let's say. You have to get home, sleep. You have to come back for mincha, tashna, shir. Rosh Hashanah is the most important shir of the year, because Rosh Hashanah is the most important day of the year. So you have to be working hard to Shabbos davening. Sometimes it feels like Shabbos. Shabbos, Shana the Shabbos planning. Shabbos is a pleasure to take a nap. A short nap, a long sleep. On Rosh Hashanah, the Gemara says very clearly that a person should not sleep, because the person is reborn on Rosh Hashanah. It's like Admonition was created on Rosh Hashanah. That's the day of judgment. That day, therefore, henceforth, this is one of the major reasons why the Hashanah is picked out as the Yom Hadid. Because since Admonition, at least the whole creation itself, was being judged on that day, shall man be created or not? The decision was yes, but there was a big conference in heaven, discussion about it. And this judgment was passed, and the decision was that man should be created. So it means that man's life actually was hanging in a balance on that day, depending upon the decision. Therefore, it was fitting, decided, that henceforth in all years, man again shall be judged, man meaning individually and collectively. The entire world is judged on Rosh Hashanah. That means then that on this day he is judged, not just for the past, but for the future. This coming year, this is what's going to happen. He's going to be rich, he's going to be wealthy, he's going to be blessed, and so on. Life. So, since the whole future year depends upon this day of judgment, It means that his mazel means his good fortune, his stars in heaven for his sake, are being decided upon now on this day of Rosh Hashanah. The Gemara says, he who sleeps on Rosh Hashanah, that's the shalom, his mazel sleeps too. Any good luck he may have is asleep, is dormant, is inactive. It doesn't become awakened or aroused to bless this person for the year. Therefore, a person should be aware of going to sleep on the Hashanah, sleep before, but on these 2 days, days of judgment, the times to spend the time on Teshuva and Tefillah. And Simcha, of course, this is not careful. You're supposed to have a Yontif meal, a holiday meal, definitely. We have 2 more items. Ruchnius and Gashmius must both be good, solidly. Ruchnius, what should a person do specifically during the Hashanah? He has a choice what to learn, what to daven. The best thing, the healthiest thing, the most advisable thing is Tehillim. Because the saying of Tehillim, Arizal says, Tehillim opens all the gates of Teshuva. There are times when a person cannot find a gate, the Pesach, the door to Teshuva. And Tehillim helps him to find this gate. Arizal shows in the prayer of the posek. The point is that Tehillim helps a person to purify himself. The most important purity a person requires is to cleanse himself of the stains that his neshama has received. How do you wash off those stains from the neshama? You can't use a detergent, you can't put this into a machine. You gotta do tshuva, actual tshuva, to get it erased. Since Tehillim is the key to tshuva, and therefore the Tehillim itself, fittingly, has exactly 150 chapters. So that when a person says the whole Tehillim each day, 150 times 2 is 300, that's the gematria of the word kaped. Kaped is forgiveness, a person's never for forgiveness, and a combined saying of Tehillim both days. It says the entire Tehillim. Ritually, there are some people who cannot say that much or read that fast, so certainly it is better. Undoubtedly, it's better for a person to say Tehillim once, both days, half a Tehillim each day, with kavanah slowly, much better than saying the whole Tehillim twice. It's better to say a little with kavanah than much without kavanah. A person cannot cover the whole Tehillim even in both days, and it's also good. Let him say as much as he can with kavanah. And it's valuable as the next person says the whole Tehillim twice. But time that's spent at counts. Spend your time for the Hashanah and saying a Tehillim, the best commodity you can add to your credit on that day of judgment. That's the Ruchnius. The Gashmius, eat at the table. We have the Halacha Shechiyanu for Kiddush, the first night. The second night, there is a Shaila brought from whether you're allowed to say Shechiyanu again. Because after all, it's one long day. It's not like a regular holiday, you have 2 days. Suffolk. Every other holiday, Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, is a doubt. In Eretz Yisrael, it's 1 day. Here we have 2 days, let's go to doubt which is the right day. So, first day and second day, you go to doubt, we say the same thing. Rosh Hashanah is definitely only 1 long day. The proof is that the first day of Rosh Hashanah is the first day of Tishrei, the second day already is the second day of Tishrei. It's not the Shredesh anymore. The proof is to that in Eretz Yisrael, you have 2 days also. Let me go to Suffolk. All the entire Halacha then is immaterial now. The point is that since it is 1 day, how can you say a Shechiyanu again? You've already said Shechiyanu for that day. Therefore, the custom is to apply the Shechiyanu to something else, like having soup or move fruit on the table when you say Kiddush. This is the custom mentioned in Shulchan. However, Arizal states very emphatically, he says, without question of doubt, we have seen it. But you do not require a new fruit or a new soup. Arizal says you could and you should say Shechiyanu without a question of doubt. Therefore, that's the rule we follow. So there are times, just to show maybe a strange attitude, but to show that we follow the Arizal strictly, deliberately avoid having a new fruit as a sign that this is the Halacha. These are the words of the Halacha. As far as the bedsheet lift, candlelighting, women generally follow the same trend as men. Always, when a man says Shechiyanu in Kiddush, the woman says Shechiyanu for candlelighting. When he does not say Shechiyanu, like on the 7th, 8th day of Pesach, there's no Shechiyanu. Women do not say Shechiyanu then either. That's the general trend of the woman. You're not going to tell them what to do because no use telling them. Now the next item at the food table is to eat something which is good and which is sweet. And to say a special thing. Above all, to dip an apple in honey. To dip the challah, the meitzi in honey. Not the meitzi, but the second piece of challah. When you make a meitzi on challah any time, including a shana, you have to dip the challah in salt. In the shiloh about Pesach, then you have to dip the challah, not so that it's called the salt, not. You dip the challah in salt, and then after you've eaten a small piece of challah with the salt, which shame mitzvah's meitzi, then you dip the challah in honey, and you say, Yotzai, Menachem Mendel Schneerson, in Hebrew, in Yiddish, in English, in French, Hashem, may it be your will, give us, will for us, a year that is good and sweet. This too is said, especially with an apple and honey. Regardless of all other customs, these should be followed. The meitzi, which means not the meitzi, but the second piece of challah. Right after the meitzi, an apple and honey, and the other items which are customary, like carrots, if possible, should be with the shana. This refers to the night meals especially, carrots, because carrots means multiply. The Hebrew word, Yiddish word, is to multiply, so it's a syrian bracha for us. Other types of food which are sweet, to stick to those foods that are sweet. The eating of these items at the table itself is a mitzvah to be done specifically with simcha. Also, a person should try to learn Shnayis and Rosh Hashanah, but above all, he should have Tachluin, the simcha, the Tachluin, and Hashem will definitely inscribe us as his children into the book of life, the book of health, the book of Geulah Shleima, yes, Mashiach, because we are his children, and Hashem wants us back more than we want to go. So he has Hashem Shizah to Shnas Kula Yeshua V'Skadas V'Sar Yerushalmi. Well, in Yom Kippur, which we're going to have this Shabbos, so this year, that is a little, the Seder Yemei Teshuva have begun. These are 10 days where the name itself explains what they are. They are set aside for Teshuva, and every person is required then, expected then, to come back. Teshuva means to return to Hashem. Teshuva, of course, in a deeper sense, means that every time there is a sin committed by a Jew, this causes the Shekhinah to become the Slachek Nebala. Shekhinah becomes estranged, is removed, Kaviyachal, Am Hashem. Shekhinah goes into Ghost. The deeper the sin, the worse the Shekhinah goes into Ghost. It's called the very Kaddish. Kaviyachal is called the Shekhinah, the Malka, the Queen, becomes Hadashol, the Nida. This is Dam Nida. The woman is a Nida, she must separate from her husband. Hadashol, a person who commits a sin, causes Dam Nida Kaviyach. This cannot be taken Chas v'Chalil in a physical sense. This means very deep spiritual sense. It means that he causes this situation of Malach. And the Shekhinah, as we know, actually represents the last letter of Hashem's name. Get K, Vav, K. The last letter K is the Shekhinah. What he is doing is he separated K from K, Vav. The person does Teshuva, means that he's removing this Davnida, purifying, he's bringing the Shekhinah back. So the word Teshuva is Toshuv Hey. Returning the Hey back to its original place, to the Shem, returning the Shekhinah. This is the key of every person. In other words, a person thinks that he commits a sin, that it's a small item. He's bothering nobody. What is he doing? He's committing a little small sin over here. Actually, he doesn't know that way up in heaven, in the heavens, there's a whole uproar caused by sins. The same as there is a rejoicing through a person's mitzvahs. The lights go on in heaven. Heavenly lights that are ignited and illuminated because of the mitzvahs a person does. Especially in this time, these days, it is the duty of a person to perform tshuva to the best of his ability. If he knows knows about sins he committed, of course he has to do tshuva. Even if he's in doubt, those he's in doubt, unless they have forgotten about, then he should especially do tshuva for those too. He should do more studying of Torah during these days. He should do more mitzvahs, he should give more tzedakah, he should concern himself less with worldly matters. The mashal is given if a person knows that in a week from now he is supposed to appear before the king on trial for his life. He's got to prepare and appeal to come before the king and appeal for his life. That person knowing that his life is in danger, he may lose it. He would forget about all his business attachments, all his other physical, material interests in life. He concerned himself solely, exclusively, with his preparation for the appeal before the king. That's what the person is supposed to fear. The Kippur is the final judgment day. The person is supposed to come before Hashem to do tshuva and be sealed in the Sefer Chayim, or we say that's another thing, and be Yechia who will live and who shall. So a person these days should concern himself more with Kedusha and less with outside items. These days, if possible, it should be Ramak. So they should, if possible, it should be like Chol Moed, semi-holidays, where you work less and you do more in mitzvahs. Especially, a person should know that as much tshuva he does, he can only erase sins that are between himself and his fellow men. Himself and Hashem, he can do tshuva. Oh, Hashem, you're sorry. You won't repeat it again, that's it. But you cannot do tshuva to Hashem if you hurt somebody else. If you stole money, if you insulted a person, you caused them any type of damage. Tshuva is only to get that person to forgive. And that, of course, is something that Yom Kippur does not forgive for, so a person must be careful to straighten out his accounts with other people. During these days, he should conduct himself with chumras that he does not do otherwise. We said, for example, not to eat bread baked by a goy. The only bread that's bought, bread, challah, and all bagels are not here, Jewish bagels. Oh, I have some. Only bread that's Jewish bread during these days, even if he doesn't intend to keep this custom. In the benching, we have a line which we said in the Shona. That line, it's our custom. And we are saying that line of benching until Shmini Atzeres. That's the final day of judgment, actually. So through Shmini Atzeres, we say this line. Hashem should bless us with a good New Year. During these days, too, there's no weddings permissible. It's customary that always we rush mitzvah, kiddush, lamana is so great that we rush to be the kiddush and lamana as early as possible, which means the third day, not later than the third day. You can't make it the third, you make it the fourth. As early as it's possible, the third day is possible. Though the Shulchan says you should have kiddush and lamana the seventh day, we are having Kabbalah, have it given to us by Arizal. It's better the earlier, the better. The earlier the better. There's more topic. We'll go into the detail. Any event here on Tishrei, because these are days of sort of worry and awe, you have to be filled with simcha to be Kaddish Lamana, and therefore it's customary that even we wait until the end of Yom Kippur. When it's Yom Kippur, we go out, we have that light feeling, that feeling of rejoicing that our sins are only erased. And we can really celebrate, and we go out to be Kaddish Lamana. The mitzvah of a person goes to before Yom Kippur, to see that he provides himself with an esrog, that this mitzvah should be added to his credit. So it's over to the Jewish language.